the last episode, we left the EU from Spain and headed across the Gibraltar Straits to Tangier, Morocco.
We arrived into Tangier and received a very warm and friendly welcome from the staff at the Tanja Marina Bay Marina. Tanja Marina Bay is a brand new marina. It only opened a year-ish ago and has been built out in several phases. It's a personal project of the King of Morocco, and he is aiming to create a world-class marina at the entrance of the Mediterranean, and things are well underway right now. It's already a great place to stop. That's Gibraltar straight ahead, and Spain is over there. You sail in here, then you hang a hard U-ey, a hard right-hand turn, past the fuel dock, which is right here. Very easy access to the fuel dock, nice and deep. And then this is the visitors dock, so very, very easy to hit the visitors dock. About an hour you'll spend in the marina office, reception, customs, immigration, but it's a paper-based system, so it takes a little bit longer than a computer-based system, but it's all very friendly, and they'll do a quick boat inspection while you're sitting here at the visitors dock. Same thing when you clear out. The docks and the pontoons are laid out very logically, depending on the depth and size of your boat. You'll get assigned to a different pontoon. Very good security access to the pontoons with keycard access. There's a yacht club right next to the pontoons where they operate a sailing school and a scuba diving school, and yacht club facilities for those that are members. Showers and toilets are very modern and washed and maintained and cleaned several times a day. One thing that's a little bit odd and disconcerting with this marina is there's a lot of buoys that you encounter as you enter the pontoon areas, and you've got to avoid these. They'd probably be better off by removing them all and then just doubling up on the number of lazy lines like every other marina with med mooring. In addition to the office buildings next to the pontoons, there are several choices for restaurants. Overall, the whole facility is very clean with a high level of maintenance. Trash cans are emptied several times a day, as an example. Upon arrival, Dawn was insanely happy to be able to wash our underwear.
They don't have any laundry machines yet at the marina, but we managed. There are always several staff members available to help you with docking.
Here is Kareem waiting to help them dock. He's got another buddy too coming. So I'm going to help this boat come in here. Wonderful service in Tanja Bay Marina. Very, very helpful folks. This is a very typical little street in Tangier.
The marina is ideally situated right between the old town and the new town. And the old town, or the Medina, is the touristy area where there's an open market to buy everything from spices and vegetables to handicrafts such as leather goods and jewelry. While in the Medina, you'll find plenty of escorts to take you to the Berber shops. Berber is a unique ethnic group from Arabic with its own language, primarily coming from North Africa.
We're in the souk in the middle of Tangier having a quick Christmas coffee, but no one knows what Christmas is here.
One of the wonderful things about Morocco is so much of what you buy is homemade. For example, all the produce that they sell is typically grown somewhat locally within its season. Here's a homemade warka, like a phyllo dough pastry that's being made in the Medina. There is a unique linkage between Morocco and the United States in that Morocco was one of the first countries in the world to recognize the US as a country.
Your Canadian buddies would want to see you. Yes.
The Morocco club cat.
Oh. Someone sat on you. Oh, those are sphinx.
Yeah, he just found us. He spotted us in the cafe.
Well, I think that's you stuck for the afternoon.
This is a new drink we found. It's at the Morocco Club. It's a lemon and mint drink, and I've never had anything like it before. It is really good. They must put a little sugar in it, just a little bit, and just enough mint and filter out.
So it's not sweet like Moroccan mint tea?
No, it's not too sweet. It's more tart than sweet.
We are MEDINA up against the dock. We're stern to into the dock, perpendicular to the dock, and we have one line attached either to a lazy line, which is basically a permanent anchor in the front of the boat, and then two stern lines hold the aft of the boat back to the dock. The problem is then if we don't have a nice swim platform like this, or this powerboat here, is how do we get back and forward onto the boat. So this boat here would take a 6-foot leap of faith, and so would we. So as we're heading into the Medi right now, we need to install and fashion a passerelle. When we made Chloe, we had welded onto the transom these three bracket slots, and we can therefore install either a hydro generator or a passerelle or a wind vane or something if we wanted to add systems on the back. So right now we're thinking about the passerelle, and we're in Morocco, so we're going to go and make ourselves a passerelle because they don't sell passerelles in Tangier. Starting with these transom slots, we had a heavy duty plate for the hydro generator, so we're choosing to weld on a thick heavy duty pipe onto that, and with a 1-inch internal diameter, which is standard for passerelles. Then we're going to fabricate the passerelle frame out of 316 stainless steel and get that made up at a local stainless steel fabrication place, and finish it with some pretty looking wood for the inside, and that will end up with a nice swivel hinge like this. And mid-section along the passerelle we'll put a really heavy duty hinge, so we can fold the passerelle into two sections approximately 1 meter long each, and that will be able to support the weight of a big fat lump. And finally we'll hang a monkey's fist knot on the end of a piece of rope from the sailing arch, so that you've got something to grab after a few beers when you're trying to jump on board. And we put some attachment points on the end so that the shackle blocks for the dinghy can latch onto it, so we can raise it up and down like a drawbridge. All we'll have to do finally is make a little modification to the railing on the back, weld on a piece of stainless steel so that we have somewhere secure to lash it down when we're underway. We discovered we needed a 32 to 16 amp adapter, so after about 5 shops we found a little shop right about a kilometer from the marina called CDIEM, and it sold us all the little pieces we needed to quickly put together an adapter. So we'll use that while we're staying in Tangier, but also most likely in Tunisia and elsewhere. While we had the stainless steel guys next to the boat, we added some extra railing to replace some of the lifelines and lift up the height a little bit just to make them easier to use as you're walking down the side of the boat. Here up the table, that oily surface kind of helps the beer or the shot glass to fly up the other end. So that's important.
And we also found this great local place that does upholstery. It's called M Deco, and they completely custom made a bed cushion for us. CASABARATA is another market that's about 2 to 3 kilometers southwest of the marina. It's kind of like a flea market. They do sell used items, but you can also buy vegetables and animals and more modern things and less traditional than the Medina. We're in CASABARATA, the other market. Throughout the city you see these customized motorcycles that have carts on the back where they use to transport everything throughout the city. The unique thing about them is they can even fit within the narrow alleyways of the Medina.
Your feet are halfway through your shoes.
Well, it's very steep.
They're like flippers.
It's really steep.
Well, get some normal shoes.
I don't have anywhere to store them, and you keep saying I don't deserve any more shoes. Dawn, that one definitely reminds me of your mum.
I'm telling.
Our new friends are leaving, Paul and Elena. There they are on the Sun Reef.
She's way up there in the distance, about 3 kilometers away, looking down on us little people.
When you're sailing, your neighbors change all the time, and you have an opportunity to meet new people every place you go. Some of the people you meet along the way will become lifelong friends, and you hope to meet them as you continue your journey along the way. As we waited out the winter in Tangier, it gave us the opportunity to update our app and get all the marketing collateral done. These reed hats are traditionally worn by people from the mountain regions in the Rif and Atlas Mountains. They're practical as they're breathable. The modern ones are colorful, but the traditional ones are navy blue.
This reminds me of your mum.
Wow.
Beautiful.
For a change of scenery, we decided to take a road trip to Chefchaouen, which is about 115 kilometers southeast of the marina. It's located in the Rif Mountains, and it's a beautiful city called the Blue Pearl of Morocco. We decided to take the bus there since it was so easy and convenient and very affordable at about $5 per person one way. Chefchaouen is a beautiful city. It's in a mountainous region, so it's cooler than Tangier. It's one of the top tourist sites in Morocco. It has a very touristy feel and also a very hippie feel to it. There's plenty of hiking trails both in the city and outside a taxi ride away. The Spanish Mosque is a nice walk up the steps to that. And you start to see why in the pictures it's called the Blue Pearl of Morocco. It's famous for its blue walls, blue doors, blue city basically. As a primary tourist town, the activities include meandering through the streets. There's a lot of shopping there. They have some native handicrafts that are not available in some other places in Morocco, like wool garments and woven blankets. They also have goat cheese, and in general it's just a quiet, low-key place to relax.
Design a house. You gotta make sure the doors are gonna fit.
Another road trip we decided to go on was to Ceuta, Spain. Ceuta is one of the two Spanish enclaves located within Morocco on the northern coast. Also, Ceuta is known as Ceuta in Arabic. We decided to take a taxi this time since it was only 45 kilometers east of us. The taxi driver was wonderful and gave us Arabic lessons along the way.
So we just crossed over the border from Morocco to Spain, and we've just arrived into Spanish territory in Ceuta. And there was about 4 or 5 passport checks in a very makeshift sort of corridor where we were channeled in to walk. The whole process took about 10 minutes, not a biggie. Just a lot of little passport checks and a lot of people being turned back into Morocco. That was pretty easy actually. So we're at the Marina Hercules in Ceuta. Just checking it out, seeing what it's like. The docks are all secure, little security gates, and they've all got lazy lines, so it looks like double lazy lines. So you can tie your bow up really tight. Over there you can see this little boat's got 2 on there, with nice thick 5/8 inch rope. So we can't move a boat up here. There's no way we can get a mast under here. So it's only for just little motorboats can get under here. This is the Ceuta beach. This is the south-facing beach, very protected, and there is an anchorage out here that apparently is prohibited to use, but people use it anyway.
Since Ceuta is in Spain and therefore the EU, it does count against our Schengen allowance days. However, Morocco is one of those countries where you only need to be gone for 1 day to reset your tourist visa back to 0.
One thing in Europe, there's no racism like there is in other countries. No, you just don't see it anywhere. Dear oh dear, who put that there?
The main reason we decided to go there was because they sold electric scooters at one of their shops. We've been having a hard time finding them and finally found a place to go get one.
I guess I'm walking. You're drinking Guinness?
Yeah. It's a funny color here.
It's pink Guinness. And this is beer coloured beer. Tom, that reminds me of your mum. That reminds me of your mum.
I'm telling.
And it's a tomato base with some chickpeas. Man, you get some big mangoes around here, even bigger than Dawn's mangoes.